The Influencer's Edge is brought to you by the Rapid Sales Accelerator. If you're ready to skyrocket your sales by 30% or more in just 90 days, then you need to claim your free training right now. You'll learn 4 words that will compel your prospects to trust you like they were children within the first 3 to 5 minutes of any conversation across any platform and any medium. You'll learn how to give your prospects objection amnesia, to crush objections like, I need to talk to my spouse, or I need more time to think it over, or it's too expensive. If you'd like to claim your free training now, go to www.paulrossbook.com. Do it before your competition does it now. Welcome to the Influencer's Edge. This is the place where you come to get the latest breakthroughs, cutting-edge insights, tools, and techniques to leapfrog over the pack in sales, persuasion, and influence. Be sure you visit our website at www.theinfluencersedge.com. And while you're there, subscribe to us via your favorite network. Now sit back, tune in, and enjoy today's episode.
Oh, friends. Oh, viewers, oh, listeners, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all the ships at sea, and to the vast alien hostile armada hovering over the planet. Remember, in the words of the late, great Ian Punnett, eat the Canadians first. We have quite a guest today. We were talking in the green room before the show. She is the one, the only, the often imitated but never duplicated Miss Amy Jo Honey. Amy, welcome to the Influencer's Edge. This is the show where we disconnect the dots, color outside the lines, break the box, tumble down the rabbit hole, and topsy-turvy go right into Alice's wonderland of wondrous thoughts. And you are right at home here. Amy Jo Honey, say hello.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here. You have no idea.
We were trading some war stories about some people we know. Chase Hughes is a mutual friend of ours. And so we are running in some of the same interesting circles. This is getting more and more interesting. I'm going to do your short bio. Although I'll tell you, I don't know if this is in your written bio. Is it in your bio that you're a former stunt woman?
It might be in there.
We got to know. Okay, I'm just going to go with this because you are a firecracker. I love you already. I do. Amy Honey is an international speaker and trainer in the area of customer engagement, body language, behavior modification, sales, and habit transformation. Do you know my niece, Vanessa Van Edwards?
I feel like that name is familiar.
Okay, never mind. She does body language. Amy is a social media influencer in the youthful aging space. Sounds like me. And isn't afraid to down and boogie on TikTok. She's also the co-host of Meet the Authors live on Amazon. I understand you have a guest upcoming who's going to be quite the interesting person.
August 14th.
Namely moi, on Amazon with her husband, Jamie. Amy and Jamie. Wow, the honey couple. She has an extensive background in high-ticket sales and is known. Now, do you have any dirt on some of these high-ticket people? Like some of these people, you're not going to name them because we don't want lawsuits, but isn't it true? I've been to some of these people, and I'll name names when we're off the air, but my sociopath radar went ding, 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 ding. This is a nonviolent Dexter. This person is
For real. Yes, I have some horror stories. I have some really good ones too.
I do too, and I can we'll talk off the air.
We'll get into it.
Mm-hmm. She's also Meet the Author live with her husband, Jamie. She has extensive background in high-ticket sales and is known by her peers as the powerhouse closer. What does that mean?
Powerhouse. I get the deals signed. Okay. So, yeah.
We'll get into how. She's personally responsible for about $5 million in product sales at live events and online for her clients yearly, and is an authentic risk taker with a great sense of humor. Amy has numerous health and fitness certifications and was a professional stunt actress. How cool is that? So what are some of the really exciting stunts that you pulled off, Amy Jo Honey?
So I did fire like lighting myself on fire. I did some of that. And then I mostly did, I played a
Whoa, 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 whoa,
really
whoa, whoa, pin in it, pin in it. Pin. You did fire? That must, wasn't that
like
terrifying?
what? No, no, because I didn't do like the full fire. It was just really minimal, like an arm would be on fire. One of the coolest things though that I did is a grizzly bear licked my arm. So there was a commercial where they brought in a grizzly bear and they had to put peanut butter, and the grizzly bear is like 9 feet high. Now you can't tell on Zoom, but I'm 5 feet tall. So I am a little firecracker, like you said, like a little ladyfinger. Um, and so anyway, so the 9 feet tall, huge grizzly bear, and their tongues feel like the most softest velvet you've ever felt in your life. So I actually did get, it was probably the craziest thing I did was got licked by a grizzly bear.
And there's a little fence that they can't see separating you from the bear, right?
No, no, no. You can see the bear. The bear can see you.
No, I mean the bear can't. There's no kind of little beneath the camera, a little kind of electric wiring, or no, there's nothing separating you from the bear.
No, it was a trained bear,
Yeah.
but I just wanted to cuddle him.
My nephew Trevor is an actor, and he did a commercial as a child with a bear. Probably the same bear.
Probably there's probably not a lot of trained grizzly bears.
That's very cool. Let's
The
see.
other fun one was the monkey. So I went onto this one set, and this monkey he would punch all of the guys in the nuts. And just like they were like all the guys were scared of him, but this monkey took to me and I was his girlfriend for the day. And this monkey would grab me by the hand and walk me over to like this mat that he had, and he would like do flips and share his bell peppers with me and stuff. And I got left alone on that set because no one would get near the monkey. So it was great.
Is that kind of some kind of hypnotic metaphor that a monkey's going to punch me in the nuts if I
I
don't
don't
show
know, but
my
it
bell
worked.
peppers? I'll just
I needed that.
go.
I needed that monkey as a bodyguard because man, there's been some times, let me tell you.
I bet. Who did you stunt double for?
uh, let's see. Marley Matlin. I did stand in too, so I did stand in work. So I'm trying to. Marley Matlin. She was the deaf.
I know who she is.
Yeah. And I stood in for Feruza Bach, and I mostly played myself. So like I played those were just the two kind of wild ones, but mostly I got beat up. So I played a domestic but domestically abused,
Awful.
like like the cop, like a lot of the cop simulation shows and stuff where they're like
Yeah.
they simulate this thing that happened. Yeah, so I get beat up real well.
Credit. Woman who gets punched.
Woman who gets punched.
Not funny, but funny.
Fine. There's a few of my social media people that would probably like to see that.
Amy's greatest passion is transforming people's lives to make a positive impact on the world through teaching people the psychology behind ethical sales and human behavior. I love this. Sales Tai Chi. No pressure sales, no force, just flow, no pressure, just profit.
Just profit.
I love this. I want to tell you why I love this, because as a younger man, I studied Tai Chi, and the teacher said to me, "You've done this before." I said, "Never." And she said, you're made for it. You naturally do it. Where did you get this metaphor of martial arts? Obviously from your physical training, but why Tai Chi? It's so not a violent.
Because part of it is, so my husband also teaches improv, which is improvisation, which is a fabulous skill. We talk a lot about humor mindset, and I can talk about that in a minute. um,
Yes.
but it's sales Tai Chi because it's about the flow of what comes to you. So it's like a no comes to you and you just go, I'm going to move it over here, I'm going to move it over here. So it's never blocking an objection, never blocking anything that the person says. It's agreeing and just moving the conversation where you want to move it to. So that's the kind of idea behind sales Tai Chi, because it's all about the flow of the conversation that's happening and learning how to yes and everything.
Yes. And is that what you said?
Yes and yeah, which is a improv technique. So
Yes, you are. I am a flock of ducks flying north.
yes, and I would love to see them go south.
And I am the tree that's receiving the turret. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
did improv comedy myself. So
yeah.
I was pretty good at improv. Stand up, abject failure.
We actually use it as a tool. We use it as a tool. And in Australia, my husband's actually Australian. And in Australia, they use improv a lot differently. Like it's almost required for sales teams to take improv. And they use it for a lot of like mergers of companies. If companies are going to merge, they'll come in to merge the company super quick and get them acclimated. And so what we do is we'll take some improv exercises, which are basically kind of brain entrainment exercises, and as you add rules on the games, it adds
Yes,
stress, right? Stress. And in times of stress, we revert back to habit. So when we
correct.
go into a company and we do improv with the company, we can quickly identify the habits that are holding that company back from success.
Very, very interesting. I have a very talented family. So I talked about my nephew, the magician, and my nephew, the actor. My niece, Heather Pasternak, and her partner, her business partner, teach stand-up comedy to
Mm.
corporate and to incorporate humor into the sales process. So this is fascinating. So many, I can't bring all these talented people together and do some kind of monster mega event because I'm meeting so many cool people.
It'd be
Let's
super
get
fun.
back to you. Okay, so sales Tai Chi. I'm sorry, my phone is not doing what I wanted to do because I have your biography here.
No worries. No worries.
Ah,
Yeah, it's interesting. We actually work with three celebrity comedians. Tom Cotter, who was on America's Got Talent. He was the very first person comedian to make it all the way to the finals, and he won second place. But he got beat out by a dog act, so his wife gives him a lot of crap
the
about that.
dog act.
Yeah, and then Carrie Louise, who's on Last Comic Standing, and she's been on Showtime and Oprah and all kinds of stuff. And then also comedian Craig Gass, who's on Sex and the City. He does like celebrity voices and things like that. And so we work with the three of them, and we teach humor mindset around sales, around your life, and the whole idea is that when things go really wrong, you know, 2 months from now, I'm going to tell that story funny.
Yes.
So what if we could find the funny faster? And what if
Whoa, stop right there. Hold the presses. Find the funny faster. What a great meme that is. Do you use that meme in your marketing?
we sure do? We sure do.
Find the funny faster. Have you got it trademarked or copyright?
I don't have it trademarked. I probably should, but
Oh my God, do it now. Hire
we
my
have humor
sister who's a
mindset though. Humor mindset is ours.
no. Find the funny faster. Hire my sister who's an intellectual property attorney, and I'll put you in touch. See, I have all this talent, my nieces, my nephews, et cetera, et cetera. And you need to get that thing trademarked.
Find the funny faster.
Yes.
I'm gonna
That's
buy
a
the
million. That's $1 million. I'm a marketer and copy. Here we are, just shooting the shit instead of doing a proper podcast. But I'm telling you, that is brilliant. Find the funny faster. So, how would you go about teaching people to find the funny faster? Because they're going
well,
to be in an upset state and they don't see it as funny.
right. So we have a three-step process to get us out of any kind of like stuck position. And we actually just used it. We were in Mexico on a vacation just 28 days ago, and my husband had a stroke on vacation, and we
I'm
spent
so sorry. Is he okay?
he's great. He's about 98%. He did it through hypnosis. So like he had someone came in, did hypnosis. He went from talking slow and using a cane to completely like he's about 98% healed
How
right now.
many sessions?
Two.
This is a great hypnotist. Off the air, you need to give me their contact
You
information.
probably already know him, but yeah, I will.
Is his initials is his a is his
Can
are
I
his
can just can I
initials
say his name?
is his initials JL?
No, it's SB.
Who?
SB.
FB?
S. Like Seth.
Oh, Seth. Oh, I know who it is. Yes, 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 yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah. He's great.
Brandeis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes. Cool. See,
Yeah.
we know so many people. We run in the same circles. So 2 sessions. That's amazing.
Yeah, so basically, the three-step process that we do is we ask three questions. So what happened? You have to state what happened with no emotion. What happened? My husband had a stroke and we were in the hospital for 5 days in Mexico. More scary for me because he doesn't remember any of it. Right? I spent 5 days in the hospital with him. So what happened? Husband had a stroke. And no emotion, just what happened, right? Okay, what do I want? Well, I want him to get healed. What action can I take? What can I do? Right? So it's three steps. What happened? What do you want? What can you do? That kind of
What
pulls you
happened?
out.
What do I want? What can I do?
Pulls you out. You become kind of a bit of an observer. So you're not so in it. And then you start looking for the funny. So we were it he I was they got me a hospital bed, and in the hospital with my husband, we were finding the funny. We're like, okay, what's funny about this? Right? And we were just looking for the places that were funny. What's funny about this? Well, what's funny about this is right now you're in a gown that's like open in the back and you're just got people coming in. What's funny about this? We don't speak the language. We're having to do charades to figure out what's going on, right? We don't speak Spanish. We're in a Spanish hospital. Like, what's funny about this, right? And we just kept asking each other back and forth, what's funny about this? And that's basically how you do it.
Find the funny faster. As a marketer, I've made millions of dollars writing copy.
You
And
can't believe you didn't come up with, you're just mad you didn't come up with that yourself.
no, no, quite the opposite. Far from mad. I get excited. I have antenna to go up. I have antenna to go up when a woman tells me something I can use to get her into bed. No, I do.
And I
I
have that
do.
same antenna for money. I'm like, ooh, that's
I
money.
have one for, well,
Oh, there you go.
I can, I'm a member, so I can show the symbol. I lose audience all the time. I don't give a shit. If they can't take a joke, exit stage right. This is really funny. I love you. Find the funny faster. I just think that's fantastic. I would love to do. I have a dream. This should not be about me. I have a dream one day of bringing together the most off the wall, brilliant, innovative minds to do an event on healing, just different modalities
Modalities.
and methodologies for healing, and also then another one for persuasion and influence. I could see you just tearing it up on stage for both of those. We have to become friends. Next time I come out to Vegas, I'm taking you and hubby to dinner. Okay.
We accept. We would love it.
I
We'd
have
absolutely.
discount coupons to the Payman restaurants. You know where Payman's, you know Payman's, right?
No, I'm not super familiar with them.
Okay, they're upscale Denny's. Any in
Oh,
any event,
perfect, perfect.
in any event, I just find this fascinating. Now, I want to get back to this idea of no pushing, sales without pushing, because a lot of people watching this are entrepreneurs and they recoil at the whole idea of selling. They think they have to be pushy. When I remember when I was looking to buy a car, I drive into a lot and the Toyota salesman walks up to me, extends his hand. I'm looking down at his fake patent leather shoes and he says, "Are you ready to buy a car today?" And I said, "Not from you." And I turn around, get my car and drive off the lot. Like, "Are you ready to buy a car today?" Like, what is that? That's like walking up to someone saying, "Are you ready to drop your pants?" Like, no, I don't
No.
think so. So pressure, where do you think this stereotype comes from other than what I just told you? And what can people do? And you said we don't push back, and I agree with this. We don't push back against what appears to be resistance. So let's break it out and get down to the little details. What do we do? What are some actual methodology, some down to the ground tips and things that people can use if they're in a situation where they're feeling pushback from a prospect?
Basically you have to recognize when the wall has come up, right? Because and try not to trigger the wall in the first place.
Yes.
So what we do is we just don't trigger the wall at all. So it's like we have a three-step process, which is connect, coach, and close. You have to connect first. And if you do the connection piece right, like you and I are right now, right? We're connecting, we're just talking, we're having a good conversation. And if you push too fast into the coaching part without getting permission, you've already lost the sale. But if
Now,
you
do you get explicit permission, or is it permission that's granted as you see their state shift and you know it's time to step into that next step?
it's permission that's granted as you watch their state shift.
Right.
And if you're not getting there, there's questions you can ask like, hey, would it be okay if I kind of shot it straight to you right now? And they go, yeah, yeah. And then you go, okay, well, like on a scale of 1 to 10, like 10, give it to me straight, Amy. Don't sugarcoat it. 1, I'm a delicate flower. Where are you at on that scale, right? So I'll get a buy-in, right? But when you do the connect enough, you don't have to even close because they're leaning in. They're leaning in and they're saying, what do I need to do? How do I work with you? What do you have any programs, Paul? Like, what do I do? Right? That's what they're asking. So, and they're literally leaning forward like that, right? So like
Seen it.
if they're leaning back, don't close. But too many people go in for the close too fast. And that's the problem. Like connect,
It
connect.
reminds me of something an early NLP mentor of mine said, a guy who's a genius, great teacher, great NLPer, not a nice person. Uh, he said, my metaphor is I hook the fish, but most people, when they hook the fish, they start reeling the fish in and the fish breaks the line. I never do that. I let the line run and then I reel myself to the fish till by the
Boom.
time I'm so close to the fish just wants to jump on board the boat. And only then do I pull out the club and hit it over the head and slice and fillet it. And I like that metaphor. So what is I already know you're a brilliant human being and you don't think conventionally. I know you don't. You would die in a corporate job. You
I
would.
am unemployable.
I have not worked for another
I am
person since
unemployable.
1991. I cannot be employed.
Yeah, me either.
Can't do it. Doesn't work. So I want to know in terms of connection, you can't, I just cannot conceive of you or see you as someone who teaches traditional, will match and mirror their posture. And I don't even, so what's your secret sauce for connecting?
Oh boy. Humor. Humor is the main way. Did you know, okay, and you know influence, but you might not psychologically know this. And you're gonna love this one. So when we make someone else laugh, we're making eye contact and we're breathing at the same rate of pace. There's only 2 times where you're making eye contact and breathing at the same rate of pace. Can you guess what the other one is? Yeah. So when you make someone laugh, they trust you to the level of inviting you into their bed.
This is what I teach guys. I teach the guys, get the ladies laughing first without becoming a clown. If you do
Right.
it more than 2 or 3 times in a row, now you're a clown and you've lost the plot. But yes.
Yeah. So it's more just like figuring out like I teach people to be a detective.
Mm,
Teach them to be a detective on that sales call. Get on the sales call, really be serious, truly interested in the other people. Really be truly interested in the other person, like genuinely,
I know.
and be authentic, be genuine as is the situation. Like if you're like I hit this massive trauma like mid pandemic. I hit this massive trauma, had memories resurface, and I am getting on sales calls a hot mess, like tears, crying, like I couldn't stop crying. And I would just get on the sales call in tears and just tell them what was going on. Like, look, I'm so sorry. Like, this is what's going on. I'm going to cry. I'm crying. I hit a massive trauma, but I'm here for you. As is the situation, I sold more during that just because I was real, like just being real with people, like just as
Yeah.
is what's in the room, what's going on, what's happening. Right.
Being vulnerable is a form of power.
Yeah.
As long as you do it where you're standing from a place where you're not begging for support
Right. Yeah. And I
or
wasn't looking
demanding.
Yeah, I wasn't
No, no,
looking
I
for
don't think you
or
were.
anything like that. I just had to keep working. I had to keep making money during the pandemic. And
And
so
showing genuine curiosity is on a deeper level. This is seduction 101. This is what, before I created my AI that teaches seduction, I don't teach it anymore. Unless you want to pay me 50K in cash for a weekend, then I'll book a spot on my appointment. But this whole idea of being genuinely curious about other people is an incredibly powerful persuasion tool. So when it comes down to being genuinely curious, so many people are inwardly focused. How do you teach people to get outside of their own agenda, their own head, so to speak, and to become focused outward towards the other person? For some people, it comes naturally, but for other people, they just can't do it.
yeah, so I have them do like sometimes just like little exercises like in between sales calls. One of the things I would do is we used to have a four-story townhouse, and my office was in the top floor. I would run down all flights of stairs and run back up right before the sales call so that I was out of my head, right? And just like moving. And so that I wasn't bringing the last sales call into the next sales call. So that's one way is just
I
movement,
like it.
movement. And the other way is just by personal growth, like doing a ton of personal growth. Your business can only grow as much as you grow. Your sales can only grow as much as you grow. So the more that you kind of dive into who you are and really understand yourself, the easier it is to be more interested in other people because you're not coming from this place of feeling like an imposter or feeling like you're not being genuine or not feeling inauthentic, feeling inauthentic or something. And then also just believe in what you're selling. If you don't believe in what you're selling, sell something else. I mean, that's kind of a key too. Like,
I have done a lot of healing work with a lot of people. I mean, I've healed a lot of people. And so I have good insights into people. And I think you are someone, your worst enemy would not
yeah.
be fear. It would not be pain. It would be boredom and a lack of meaning. If I put you in a situation where you were bored for an extended period of time, that would end you. You could
Oh,
not handle boredom.
big time. Big
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. This is the kind of mindset that I like. You'd rather step out into the unknown than wither where you're at. And I think that's what makes a leader. That's what I think is an inherent leadership quality within you. You're a very brilliant woman and you're very flexible in your thinking and you have a lot of good qualities, but ultimately you know where your life springs from. Your life springs from exploration and from contributing to others and constantly expanding your own neural nets and pathways. This is the person I'm seeing in front of me. Beyond the surface, I love your charm. Don't get me wrong. I love you already. I want to be your buddy for real, for real. Maybe we can have Seth do some magic when we all go to dinner. I don't know. But am I seeing you correctly? Did I just see you?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, boredom. I'm pretty much I always have something going on and um yeah, boredom. But I rarely get, you know, small talk bores me. Like going to like an event, like networking and events and just like, oh, how's it going? How's the weather? That's just completely boring. I want to have conversations like this. I want to know people. I don't ever want to be the smartest person in the room.
No.
I want to be around people that make me strive to be better. That's the people I want to be around.
Yes. I thirst for that, and it's difficult for me to find, but I thirst for
I
that. That's why
bet.
I
I
love,
bet.
that's why I love Chase, because Chase teaches me things.
Yeah, I know. Chase is like, he's
That's
amazing.
amazing, man. I meet so many people through this guy. Chase has been on the show. We're going to have him back. We have to have him back. Now, I'm very excited about this show you do. You do a live show where you promote people's books on Amazon. Tell us a little bit about that show.
Yeah, so it's on Amazon basically. My husband and I we're called Amazon influencers. That means that everything in our house is sponsored. This chair, that sign, like everything. They send us products. We're content creators. So like people like to call it influencers, but I call that more like glorified affiliate marketers. Like basically is what we are. And so we are able to go live on Amazon. And what's cool about it is you've got a carousel below you, and we live sell in the app, and it's new. So live selling is kind of new in the US, but it's not new in China. So pretty much in like a lot of things that we get in the US, it came from China first. Like they did it there first. So pretty much in China, everybody, that's how they shop. And there was a couple of influencers that just broke a world record in China. And in 1 hour, they sold $10 billion in an hour.
Whoa, hold
I
on.
know.
What did they sell?
It was a series of products. So we're sponsored. I'm sponsored from everything from a lot of anti-aging stuff, a lot of face creams and hair stuff, a lot of hair stuff, clothing and fashion and stuff like that, but also like Oofy vacuum cleaners, like the robot vacuum cleaners. We have like 3 of them right now. A lot of massagers. I get tons of massagers. So I'm sponsored by
Jeez.
4 or 5 different massage companies.
I gotta tell you, that guy, Jeff Bezos, I met him at a 7-Eleven back when he was starting his company. I loaned him $1,000. I said, give me some shares. He says, no, I'll pay it back. I'll pay it back. He won't take my calls, the son of a bitch. So
Are you serious?
him and that Bill Gates schmuck. I lend Bill 1,000. No, of course
Oh
not.
my
Can you
God.
imagine
You
if you
had
had
me.
1,000 shares of Amazon that you bought at the very beginning,
The
of
very
what that would
beginning.
be
Oh
worth?
my God. Well, and the thing is like, I love it and I appreciate it, but it's kind of cool because um so I can create a video about like say this sofa, right? And then I can post it on Amazon. So no, I make what's called, they call it offsite and onsite. So I make money offsite, which means like that's the stuff that I promote offsite. But then when I'm on site, if you watch the video on site, like and like the company can go, oh, I like this video. I'm gonna post it at the top with the other videos, like in the top where their pictures are, and then you can go to the videos there at the top of Amazon.
Yes, yes.
So you'll see me in those videos. I'm in a ton of them that I probably have, I don't know how many hundreds of videos out. Because we'll go rent an Airbnb for the weekend, and we'll shoot everything in the Airbnb if it's on
That's
it.
smart.
Yeah,
That's really smart
it's
because
fun.
rather than having to do it every day at a set time, at a set hour, you just do it all in one chunk. I think you're very neuro divergent human being. You're aware of that.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Well, my husband says that about me because he's like, you monetize stuff that other people would never think of monetizing. Because I just look at stuff and go, that can make money. Like, I don't know. I just have a knack for like what can make money. So then
Now,
go ahead.
now, I'm a neurolinguistic programmer. One of the things we do is model people out of a talent. I want to find out when I meet you how you do that. Something's going on in the mechanism of your brain, how you wire it, how you're making images in your mind, how you're picturing a use for it, what you do, and with the imagery, you've got a talent that
If you could help me figure that out, I would be really stoked because I'm not sure. It
oh,
just
for sure I could do that. I could
That would be
like
super cool.
30 minutes of questions. I could 30 minutes of talking, a conversation, I'd figure it out. And we'll
Yeah,
find
because
you
like
money faster. Find money faster and
find money faster. I do. I can find the money too.
so this is interesting. The name of the show is The Influencer's Edge, and you are a brand new kind of influencer. You're an Amazon influencer, which I've never heard of until this very episode, until talking to you today. I've
It's
never heard of it.
amazing. It's amazing because most people don't know that people go live on Amazon. But here's the thing. Like there's one thing to look at a picture of an item, sponsored by Fine Dine. It's one thing to look at a picture, but now if a video, you've got like a video, like someone telling you about it and it holds the
What
cold.
is that?
It's a water bottle and it's got ice in it, so you're hearing the ice. But then it's another thing for you to get on live and be able to ask me questions about this. Hey, Amy, does it do this? Does it do that? Right now it's live, right? So it's live selling.
It's even better than QVC. I was going to say it's like QVC on Amazon, but QVC is one-way communication. This is two-way QVC on Amazon.
Yep. Yeah, you can chat in the
It's
chat. You can ask me a
crazy.
question. Yeah, and it's cool because like if you get onto the lives, like companies are sponsoring us to put our products on live. And so what we wanted to do is we do meet the authors show because our target market is authors, speakers, and coaches. And so we decided to interview the people we wanted to get in front of to give them value. And then our sponsors pay
It's
us for the
brilliant.
rest of the carousel, right? So we can put 40 items on that carousel.
It's
So
brilliant.
they can sponsor us to get the product on the carousel and live sell their stuff, right?
It's brilliant. Who think is that? How much of this scheme, this uh, 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 my mother had a word for very brilliant people who could always see money and look for opportunity. The word in Yiddish, I'll teach you a little Jewish.
Okay.
Yiddish is not Hebrew. Yiddish is the Jewish ghetto language. It's mostly German, has a little Czech, a little Polish, chunk of Russian in it. It's written in Hebrew letters, but it's spoken more like German. There's a word called dry cup. Cup is head
Right.
and dry means it's spinning. Your dry cup. Your head is always spinning, looking for another angle, looking for another deal, looking for another direction. You're a dry cup. But I want to know, was it your husband or you who came up with this vision of doing all this stuff, the Amazon, this idea of getting the very people you influence want to have hire you for their services, for your services, offering them value by putting them on your platform and making money off it at the same time. This is genius. Who came up with this? Is this
It's
your husband?
it's
Should we call your husband onto the camera or
we can't
what's
we could, but he'll tell you it's me.
was it you?
It is me. Yeah, I'm the because he doesn't. The funny thing is when you meet him, he is the most fun guy. You will fall in love with him. He's got this Australian accent. He's just a really super nice guy, super friendly, super funny. Does not care about money. Could care less about money. So it's all me. I'm the money maker. I mean, he helps me. He does a lot. He does a ton of work. It's not that he doesn't work. He just doesn't care.
You are the most entertaining guest I think I've had in months and months and months and months. You're a hilarious human. Well, I'm actually looking forward to being on your show coming up.
Oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love him because he's super funny. Like sometimes we can even get him to do like animal interpretive dances, and he's just a huge giant goofball. He's just a big giant teddy bear.
I'm totally looking forward to it.
Yeah, you'll
All
love
right,
him.
well, Amy, stay with me. This has been one of the most entertaining, fun episodes I managed not only to get uh, find funny faster into Amy's head is something you must, must when you do you still do the corporate trainings or is that in your past?
No, no, we do corporate trainings. Yeah.
Please, as a copywriter who's made a ton of money my first book, the ad was The Amazing Seduction Secrets of a Skinny, Ugly 6 foot geek from Culver City, California, that could get you all the hot, sexy women you ever desired, no matter what your looks or age, or it's free. Bam. All right. I know how to write headlines. That is $1 million. Please, when you hang up on me, find a good intellectual property attorney. It's a good one. Actually, I have a niece who will do it for you for like 2,500 bucks. I have so many talented people in my family.
I love that. I love that. I actually have a book title that you'll like that it's written, we haven't published it yet, but it's called You Did Marry Prince Charming, You Just Haven't Trained Him Yet. I knew
You
you'd like
did
that
marry Prince Charming. You just haven't trained him yet. We have to talk.
one.
Lady, we have to talk. Do you know how married women would eat that up? Married
I
women
know.
who are dissatisfied with their husbands, but don't want to go to therapy or who are sick of therapy and are ready to quit.
And it's really
That,
just basic behavior modification 101. It's really base level.
no, 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 it's not. No, it's a secret magic thing that you channeled from a 35,000 year old entity from the planet Meepsort named Zoimar or
There you
something.
go. There you go.
Tell people you channeled this stuff and pay you 10 times as much and bring 100 of their friends. I happen to know. Stay on the line with me. I'm completely manic now because I just was a guest on someone's show for 2 hours. Now I've got Amy Jo, and then I'm doing a broadcast for my nerd boys who sign up for my AI. So I have a crazy day. Amy, I love you for real. You're awesome, awesome. And we'll see you next time on the Influencer's Edge. Stay on with me, Amy.
The Influencer's Edge is brought to you by the Rapid Sales Accelerator. If you're ready to skyrocket your sales by 30% or more in just 90 days, then you need to claim your free training right now. You'll learn 4 words that will compel your prospects to trust you like they were children within the first 3 to 5 minutes of any conversation across any platform in any medium. You'll learn how to give your prospects objection amnesia, to crush objections like, I need to talk to my spouse, or I need more time to think it over, or it's too expensive. If you'd like to claim your free training now, go to www.paulrossbook.com. Do it before your competition does it now. Thank you for tuning in to the Influencer's Edge, where you get the latest breakthroughs, cutting-edge insights, tools, and techniques so you can leapfrog over the pack in sales, influence, and persuasion. Remember to visit our website at www.theinfluencersedge.com to enjoy even more great episodes like this one. We look forward to seeing you again on the Influencer's Edge Show.